Alright, today we're going to talk about Mississippi's conspiracy law. Everything that goes along with it. I'm going to read it straight from the law. You need to pay very close attention to this because I'm pretty sure you know somebody or you may have done it yourself. But okay. 9711 is conspiracy. Alright, if two or more persons conspire to either to commit a crime or falsely and maliciously to indict another for a crime or to procure to be complained of or arrested for a crime, or falsely to institute or maintain an action or suit of any kind, or to cheat and defraud another out of property by any means which are in themselves criminal, or which, if executed, would amount to a cheat, or to obtain money or any other property or thing by false pretense, or to prevent another from exercising a lawful trade or calling or doing any other lawful act by force, threats, intimidation, or by interfering or threatening to interfere with tools, implements, or property belonging to or used by another, or with the use of employment thereof, or to commit any act injurious to the public health, to public morals, trade, or commerce, or for the provision of obstruction of justice or of the due administration of the laws, or to overthrow or violate the laws of this state through force, violence, threats, intimidation, or otherwise, or to accomplish any unlawful person or a lawful person by any unlawful means. Such person and each of them shall be guilty of a felony, and upon conviction may be punished by a fine of not more than $5,000 or by imprisonment of not more than 5 years, or both. Okay, on the first part of the conspiracy law, the very part you need to understand is if two or more persons conspire to either commit a crime. That means you don't have to actually commit the crime. Just you and your friend have to sit there and talk about committing a crime, or lying to somebody to get property out of them, or saying you could say that you're with a company, you're there to test products, they give you products. You've just conspired to commit a crime just by talking about it, by lying to do that. That is conspiracy, and it is a felony. But wait till the end. There's a catch to that. All right, the second part of this law states whether one or more of the conspirators is a law enforcement officer engaged in the performance of official duty, or a person acting at the direction of a law enforcement officer in the performance of official duty. In remaining conspirators may be charged under this section if the alleged conspirator acted voluntarily and willfully and was not entrapped by the law enforcement officer or person acting at the direction of a law enforcement officer. That's put in there for officers that are undercover and for CIs, people that are working with the police that's not actually law enforcement. They cannot come up to you and say, hey, let's go rob somebody. But if you come to them and talk to them and say, hey, I was thinking about going to rob the store around the corner, would you be interested? Anything in that form, that is not entrapment. If the officer comes to you and suggests it first, or makes the first thing say, hey, let's go rob this, let's go sell some dope, then that's entrapment. If the officer says any type of wording to force you into it, if it's something that you wasn't already thinking of, if it's solely started because the undercover officer or the CI or whoever's working the situation, if they come up with it, then it was never talked about before or anything like that, then that's entrapment. But if you mention it, say that they're undercover, you mention it one day, then the next day they go back, that's not entrapment. Okay, third part of this one is where the crime conspired to be committed is capital murder or murder as defined by law, or is a violation of section 4129-139B1 or section 4129-139C2D or section 4129-313-1, being provisions of the Uniform Controlled Substance Law. The offense shall be punished by a fine of not more than $500,000 or by imprisonment of not more than 20 years, or both. So just conspiring with somebody to kill somebody $500,000 fine, and up to 20 years in prison, or both. Okay. Fourth part of this, where the crime conspired to be committed as a misdemeanor, then upon conviction said crime shall be punished as a misdemeanor as provided by law. Which means if you're conspiring to commit a misdemeanor act, then your punishment will be by misdemeanor things. I mean, up to 1 year in jail and up to $1,000 fine. Okay. All right. Next thing is hit the like button and subscribe if you want to learn more about Mississippi laws.